let's continue.
Did I tell you that you probably shouldn't post that, the baby thing? I didn't say that.
You came to me and said that this would help your music career. We both called our manager, Sean, and Sean gave us the red light to not do it. And you said, go ahead and do it. So I did it. I posted it. That's when you went to the studio to do the diss record. But then you said you wanted to protect our family. And you even denied that, which did not make sense. You said the kids go to school. You know, I don't want you be out there going to the mall and stuff by yourself. I'm trying to protect the family. And you even denied that and said that was a lie.
Didn't put the diss out because when I found out it was Photoshop. No, when I found out it was Photoshop, that's why I didn't put it out. I'm a man of morals.
The baby is crazy. You done seen him shoot people.
No, I've never seen my
life in the kids' life.
I've never seen him shoot.
Either way, I'm trying to figure out how to move stuff on the ground.
Can I just interrupt? I know emotions are high. I know. I hear you say that he doesn't take accountability for anything in this moment right here, because this could be a chance. If the divorce is going to happen, it's going to happen. But in this moment, in front of the world, here is a chance, Mr. Latruth, Ms. Briana, for you both to take accountability. So now social media can't say, he don't take accountability, she don't take accountability. I need you to ask your soon-to-be ex-husband, what is it that he takes accountability for? Can you ask him that? Take your time. Okay. Can I ask him for you?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Hampton, in this moment, if it's to clear your name, if it's to extend empathy and understanding in a hug, a virtual hug to the mother of your children, to the woman that you have laid next to, you've entered for 6 years. Can you take account? What is it that you take accountability for?
Well, I've spoke on that even throughout this whole interview. I definitely spoiled my wife to the fullest, because throughout relationships, it's always been trust issues from whoever I was with. You know, being in the entertainment business is very hard to date and be in a relationship. So with her, I laid it all on the line. I was transparent from start to finish. I told her how I was, how my relationships was. I explained all of those things.
So you can see that the question was, what can you take accountability for, right? So if someone said, Ngozi, what can you take accountability for? It would be, I take accountability for, so if I was late, let's say I've put that I'm going to do this live for 8 p.m. and I do it at 8:30. And then somebody asked me, what are you going to take accountability for? Then what I would say is I take accountability for not planning my time accordingly. It ran over, whatever I was doing before ran over. I should have prioritized that this was really important. I made a promise that I was going to be here at 8 o'clock, right? So I take accountability for the question. I don't deflect. I don't say, well, you know, I've always come in at 8 o'clock. You know, the one time I don't come at 8 o'clock, you want to ask me this question. You know, I don't do it. I don't deflect. I don't project. I just say, I should have been here at 8 o'clock. I was not here at 8 o'clock. And then you could talk about the things that you know you did that meant that you weren't going to be at 8 o'clock. So I overslept, for example. You know, me and my husband were going to Nigeria and we missed our flight. So the first question people ask us is why? And I say to them, I couldn't even tell you. It's not that I can't be accountable. It's long. It's so many things occurred that day that meant we missed our flight. But the most important thing was that we were lackadaisical. We did not take it as seriously. I think we felt, because it was close by, it was in Gatwick, it's not too far, we wasn't as rushed as we would have been if it was in Heathrow, right? We didn't plan ourselves well enough, because I've never missed a flight. He's never missed a flight. I don't even know how it happened, but I know how it happened. I know the little things that occurred that contributed to we missing that flight, right? I can take accountability. So people ask that question, I just laugh, but yeah, it's our fault. Is someone asked, can you get your money back? I said, why would we ask for money back when we missed our own flight? That ain't the fault of the flight. It ain't the fault of the airlines. We missed our own flight. Our behavior caused us to get to the airport 5 minutes before our flight was taken off. Yeah. So that is taking accountability for one's actions.
A lot of those things could be even more from insecurities, not just from the past, but just knowing how I used to move around and me being just telling the truth. I wanted the honest truth out there because I just believe in being truthful. And you know, if I see something serious gonna happen in this relationship, she's becoming my wife and all that, I just explain everything. So everything that I did, even with going to work, you know, I would FaceTime her. Every meeting that I had, I would FaceTime her. She said when I pull up, she knew exactly where I was gonna be at. And it finally became a point where she said, you don't have to keep doing that. I trust you. I said, you sure you're good? She was like, yeah, you don't have to keep FaceTiming me, showing me everything that you're doing because I trust you. So I stopped doing that. And then, after that, more of the insecurities came back. Want to go through the phones and stuff like that. So I apologize. I spoiled her. I allowed her to go through my phone, even though I didn't want her to. I left the password available where she could go into it, even though I told her just stop going through it. And she went through my phone. She said she went through my phone every night of our marriage. She told me this yesterday. I didn't even know it was every night. But my thing is why do you have to do that?
Can I take this moment and show my husband what accountability is, please? Can I please take this moment and show my husband?
Okay. Ooh, ciao. So he basically did not answer the question. He did not demonstrate accountability. He was asked a question, quite a direct question, a question that demands him to be honest, transparent about the mistakes that he made. Now, before she says what she's going to say, this is my issue already. You're on a social media platform. You are accusing him of, I guess, physical abuse and verbal abuse. I'm not sure how many people who care for their reputation is going to be accountable for that action, especially as he has denied those accusations. So my frustration is, and this is not on Briana, because this is what happens when you are in a process, right? You do things that are not going to get you the outcome that you want, but you still do it anyway. Her asking that question was an unnecessary question. Maybe it was necessary for us, the audience, to watch and see how a person doesn't answer this question, but it's not done anything for her. It's not made her feel any better. Probably made her feel worse, because yet again, in her eyes, he has not taken accountability. But what did you expect? On a public platform, you think he's going to say, if it is true, allegedly, that he has physically abused you and verbally abused you, when, like he said just before that, you want to protect your image. By human nature, people want to protect their image, right? I didn't talk about the whole Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lane situation, but people asked the wrong question. People were saying, oh my God, they're lying. Of course they're going to lie. They all had an image to protect. People lie for many reasons, but key reasons to protect themselves and to protect others. To protect themselves, protect others. They were trying to protect themselves and others. They're trying to protect their reputation, trying to protect their bag, trying to protect their future, trying to protect their loved ones. That was the reason why they all lied. It's point blank, period. They were afraid of retribution. They were afraid of what the truth would do to each and every one of them. Because all three of them, although we acknowledge that Meg got shot, right? Tory Lanez, more or less, basically, allegedly, they were doing a madness and did not intend to shoot her, but did, and shouldn't be carrying a weapon in the United States. And the other girl, I can't remember her name, like Kelsey, whatever she was doing. The point is, if they told the truth, they would have looked bad from the get-go, but they now still all look bad, right? So lying does not help, but you have to understand his motivation is to protect his image. His motivation is to conceal the truth if what she's saying is true. So asking the question to him, what are you accountable for? Can you be accountable for? Personally, there's no need. There is no need. She's now going to tell him, let's see what she tells him.
That's what accountability is. Accountability for me in this marriage. 1, I apologize for disrespecting you, for calling you out your name when you throw low shots at me. I apologize for not being woman enough because I wanted to walk away and not keep an argument going when our kids is banging at the door wondering what's going on.
So did you just notice what she did? Yeah. I'm not sure if this is truly accountability. In her trying to show him that she's accountable, she's throwing shots at him. But she is emotional. She is in pain. She's angry. She's upset. So it's quite evident that this is not the way to do accountability either. I don't even know if it's even better than him. I don't think both of them took accountability. But what she did do was throw shots at him by also saying, so she's saying that I take accountability for letting you hurt me. I should have not let you hurt me. I take accountability for not taking boundaries when you crossed it. No, that's not accountability. Accountability is talking about your wrongs, not your response to somebody else's wrong. That is part of it. But in the example that she was trying to show him, that was not the best example, right? But I'm giving her grace. She's obviously emotional. But okay, let me just... My issue, my biggest issue, I'm going to talk about it properly. This has been on social media. I think it does a disservice to people, but let me talk about that later on. But yeah, that's why it irritates me. The situation really, 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 really Yes, she was throwing shots.